This room is my actual studio. It's a bit of a derelict room, but I do love chaotic spaces. I enjoy working in these spaces because it gives me creative freedom. Yeah, I actually always worked in very challenging studios, studios that are not perfect and not slick, and I prefer these kind of dirty, chaotic spaces. I have a very broad engagement with art. I often walk down Kloof Street and I go to the National Gallery. Love going to formal galleries, but I also like to experience art in public spaces. Urban art and street art is something that interests me. I also think that the medium that I work with is interesting in that it is graffiti paints, and there's a relationship with urban art and street art with that. So I do love engaging with little aspects of graffiti in urban environments. I think the other interesting aspect about the studio is that it's on top of a panel beater that also works with spray paint. So there's a kind of connection between myself being an artist, working with spray paint, and also the panel beaters downstairs also working with spray paint. I think the local art scene is very diverse at the moment, and Cape Town and Johannesburg has become very interesting places to work in because we do get these international curators that come to Africa and they include us in the international shows. And we have a great tradition of resistance art during apartheid, which actually helped to change the government in South Africa. It was a critique on apartheid, so I think art has played a major role in South African history to change the society for the better. I'm currently working on a series of geometric abstract paintings. They're inspired by a trip that I did to Maputo. I collaborated with Nando, South Africa, and they sent me to Maputo for inspiration. And I did an architectural tour of the work of Puerto Guedes, who's a Portuguese architect. I use these Art Deco buildings as an inspiration in these abstract works that I do. I was also very much influenced by the colors that I encountered in Mozambique. I think the African aesthetic of color is very different to a European aesthetic of color. You would get these very bright yellows contrasted with blacks and red, and I think these color combinations evoke a sense of place, and that's essentially what I'm doing in these paintings. I think art has become a form of entertainment internationally, and I think it's a good thing that normal people are now engaging with artworks. I think through social media it's become a universal thing that all people engage with. I also think it is very interesting that we are not exhibiting in a traditional white cube gallery. We are going to exhibit in Nandos in London. So what I like about that is that it democratizes art. It is an unusual space to engage with art. Maybe we will get an audience that is not maybe a gallery-going audience, and I like the fact that art is opening up for the masses. I'm very pro the idea of breaking down the elitist boundaries of art.